What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with today's second video. And in today's second video, we're going to take a look at Chainlink, and we're going to look at all the patterns that it could be in the short term, the medium term, and the long term time frame. We're also going to take a look at the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio to see if anything has changed on that front as well. So if you guys are new to the channel and you guys end up enjoying today's content, make sure you guys smack that subscribe button down below. I'm going to know if you guys press that subscribe button. I'm going to know. Just kidding, guys. But as we jump on into the daily chart here, as you guys can see, we've talked about this numerous times on this channel. So my fellow subscribers have been watching me for a while, probably sick of looking at this chart here, but it's just so important, right? It just puts into perspective of where we are in the Chainlink cycle. As you guys can see, every single time we're in a consolidation pattern, it's always a symmetrical triangle for Chainlink, bearing one fake out that we had because of our crazy 2020. But as you guys can see, we broke out of another one of these symmetrical triangles on the long-term time frame, and we moved on up, obviously, a couple of days ago, breaking that 20K mark for all, right? So where are we right now? Well, you guys know that if you guys have been watching my videos, you guys know I took our measured move from our breakout point, and that put us up towards about the $27 mark, right? And right now, we just peaked out around the 23.62 mark, and now we're consolidating, right? No big deal, right? I think this is totally expected, and I think we're still going to go up to retest this $27 mark. And it makes so much more sense, right? So I wanted to take a look at these past two cycles and see where these past two measured moves took us. So this measured move from the top to our bottom support, right, from our breakout point, as you guys can see, our breakout point was right there, the triangle. It put us right to the bottom of the support for the next consolidation period, right? So that makes perfect sense. Now let's look at the second one here. So from the top to our bottom, oh, that didn't work. From our top to our bottom support here, right? And we measure this over from our breakout point right here. That put us up towards a 544. Obviously, we kind of overshot this one. I think we should have, what I'm trying to make a point at, guys, is I think we should have broke out right here, and we would have continued and had this triangle back over a little bit more to the left here if the March craziness and the 2020 craziness didn't happen and we didn't have this crazy dump. So, I mean, that would have put us up towards the 590 mark. We obviously overshot a little bit of that in the past cycle, but just wanted to put in perspective how these measured moves are pretty close to where we enter our next consolidation period. And I think we're going to get close to that $30 mark before making our next, decently long consolidation period. You guys can see we're in this consolidation period, for about 152 days, which is about 5 months. So these can last a while. They seem like they're lasting shorter and shorter each time. So our next triangle probably up towards the $30 mark before then breaking out of that and going higher, right? So that's the daily time frame, guys. On the 4 hour, a little bit shorter time frame, it looks like we're in some sort of parallel channel or wedge. It's kind of a, not really a wedge because it's pretty much a parallel channel, but you guys get the point. We've obviously have multiple touches on the top here, 5 touches confirming the top and our bottom, 3 touches confirming the bottom. You guys know I like to see at least 3 touches on a trend line to confirm it, and that's exactly what we've gotten. So we just wicked down to the bottom, which makes sense, right? So on the 4 hour, we did have this, we topped out with this, head and shoulders pattern, which pushed us to the downside there. But what I think could be forming now is some sort of upside down head and shoulders pattern, right? Where this is the left shoulder, this is the right shoulder. If we get a semi-decent move up, then come back down, right? And then move back up, we could be forming some sort of upside down head and shoulders, but I'm not going to get too much ahead of myself there. What I do like to see is we did get a nice bounce here, and we are creating almost a double bottom, which could move us up in itself, right? That is bullish in itself. So as we look down here for a little bit lower, you guys can see these double bottoms tend to happen, right? So we got another one right here, a double bottom, right? So these tend to happen and tend just to push us up towards the next resistance. So it is possible we could come up and retest this top resistance again. So look out for that, guys. Double bottoms are super strong reversal patterns, so make sure you guys are marking this on your 4-hour charts. Let's look at the hourly real quick, guys. And on the hourly chart, this is super short-term time frame, just so you guys can have a sense of where I think we're going, right? We have this confirmed downwards resistance here. We just wicked up to it and got rejected and are slightly moving back down. Not the end of the world, right? And we also have obviously our double bottom support line here. So if we can break this valley here, if we can break this creek and move up to the upside, that's what I think is going to push us to the top of this wedge here. But if we get rejected, right, it's not the end of the world. If we go about 1950, I mean, that would probably make a triple bottom, which would be super bullish, right? But that would also break the wedge. So it could be slightly bearish as well. But look for us to stay in this, maybe bounce around in this until moving up to the upside or to the downside. Really could go either way on that. We can take a look at the measured moves. So you guys have a decent thing of where we could go. So from the top to the bottom on this, let's say we break out, right? Let's say we break out some point tomorrow, put it right there. That could bring us all the way up to about $25 in the short term. This is, remember guys, this is the hourly, so this is the super short term. Within a few hours, if we do break this, we could be heading up towards 25 bucks. But if we do break this down, say sometime in the next day or two, this could bring us back down here to about 15.5. So that is super bearish. I don't think we would go that low, but I think this is more likely to break out to the upside. So I'm going to keep that here and look for around 25 bucks is most likely the upwards target of this breakout, guys. So make sure you guys have this marked on your short-term Chainlink charts. This is pretty much a confirmed descending triangle to me, which tends to be a bearish pattern, but we are in a bullish trend. So bullish trends usually out-trump bearish technical analysis. Just putting that out there, guys. Also watch what Bitcoin does. If Bitcoin starts pumping, you're going to see these altcoins really pump too. So take a look at the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio. I think the reason why we got topped out a little bit in Chainlink and the run kind of stopped, at least for the last day or two, it's because we hit this major resistance on the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio. We actually had support on this a couple times, so it's off. It was kind of expected. We would top out a little bit at this level. We did pull back, but we are getting a nice bullish. You guys can look on the daily. We are getting a nice bullish engulfing candle there, which could push us back over that resistance. Obviously, this is a major resistance. Our next major one to me really isn't till about here. So you could see a big run up for Chainlink very, very quickly if we can break this first red line there. It's pretty much on the Chainlink Bitcoin ratio. All you guys really need to know is we held our previous all-time high on this from back here, right? We held that as support, right? Pretty much held it as support all throughout here with a little bit of a dip below it. But we held it as support, and I see a retest of our previous all-time high in the next year or so when we see that major altcoin season, which would probably look something like this or look something like this, right? So something like that is due where we could see a major run up for Chainlink at some point in 2021, right? Not going to say it's going to happen tomorrow, but in some point in 2021, we're going to see a lot of these altcoins catch up on the Bitcoin ratio. So that's the video for Chainlink today, guys. Make sure you guys are watching this 4-hour chart and this hourly chart. Hourly, I would make sure you're watching this. If we break up to the upside, switch to the 4-hour, watch us retest the top. If we break to the downside, probably look for us to retest, at least probably like the $18 mark, or come back down to about $19.50 and get a nice wick up there. So hope you guys enjoyed today's second video. If you guys are new to the channel, like I said, make sure you guys smack that subscribe button really hard, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's videos. Peace.